Hey everybody, this is Sky. I'm gonna do a review on some new makeup brushes. I like my Eco Tools, but I had seen something at Walmart that was both vegan and cruelty free, and I thought I'd give it a try. It is the brand Moda. I had seen Emily Noel 183. I do watch her do a review of the dupes on the Artiste brushes, but she hadn't done any of these, so I'd seen these at my local Walmart, and to be honest, these are a little prettier than mine because everybody knows my Eco Tools are pretty plain, and they get dirty and the words are wearing off, so I thought I'd give these a try. And I got the Smoky Eye Kit, which I thought would be a dupe for my Eco Tools because some of the brushes are similar. Now I do like the colors, the pretty blue. I like the grips. They kind of have a plastic feel, but it's not like a slippery plastic. It feels more like a neoprene, where it's that more slightly textured plastic. It's not heavily textured, but just it makes it easy to grip. You're not going to worry about it slipping out of your hand, which I don't know if any of you had happen, like just in my hand, but these sometimes are too slick and they tend to slip a little bit in your hand, especially if you're, doing something you're not careful like I just did and almost flipped it away. But on reviewing them, I like some things about this brushes and some things I don't like. This one is a one-sided. This is supposed to be like this. It's a shadow packing brush. It does very well. It's big. It actually reminds me of my bigger Eco Tools packing brush that I use more so than this one. So, I've got two sizes here, and this one and this one are, oh no, this one falls right in between these two sizes. This one I find is great for doing all over color, and this one I like for packing in more intense color into the inside. This guy does okay. I've used it, but it's a little harder to control, but other than that, this one's lighter packed, but this is more densely packed. So if you like a more dense packed brush with more bristles, this is good. It's a little bit stiffer, where this is a little softer. So that's really the difference. This is even softer than this is. So that's my opinion on that. I'm not really loving on this brush. I find the dense pack's great for picking up like glittery shades that I want to pack in, but I can do that with my shading brush here, and I do fine, but that works too. Now the other tool in there is a double-ended tool. It is a blending brush and a pointer brush. I will be honest, of these two pointer brushes, I prefer this one. I really do. It's really great for getting in there, getting along the edge and tightly getting in there. I do really like this. It's very nicely, densely packed. Very nice for this. This one's a little looser. I have a little harder time getting in there, but I have a tool now already that I can use in place of it. It's actually the concealer brushes, because see how it comes to such a tight point? I can use that, or I use my Makeup Academy 311, which, oops, wrong brush, which is very similar, except for this one's a little thinner and this one's a little thicker. I like the thinner one, I'm going to be honest. So, it's great, but I will be honest, because it's so short, if you're not careful and you go at an angle, I've hit my eye on the ferrule here, and I don't know if I can get it close enough to really show, but you can see how that is. So if you get the brush going sideways, you'll actually hit your eye here, and I've done that once. That's the only thing I don't like about this. And then the other side of that is the, this is called a crease and smudger, so you can see smudger and crease. And the other one was an MD eye shader. This guy, it's almost too soft, and it's not densely enough packed, and that's my problem. Because I either have to very gently use it from the tip, and if you're just wanting it for blending, this will probably work. But I like this one, even though it's shorter, because it's a little bit more densely packed, and I can really kind of gently move things around. For softness, I actually think this is softer. This is a little bit more coarser. This is a little more softer. And I'm really liking my Equal Tools. Everybody knows this. But I was really looking for a prettier version, I guess, of my Equal Tools is what I was coming down to. And I was trying to find something that is cruelty-free in my brushes. That's one thing I have been trying to. The Makeup Academy is the only one I have that's not, because I've not found a replacement for it. Once I do, this one will go. But until then, yeah, it's staying. But eventually I want to go cruelty-free in just my brushes at this point. Down the road, who knows? But for now, that's all I'm doing. But this one is definitely, you can kind of see it's more densely packed. It feels softer to me. The ends are different too. This is more of a tapered to a 1 point, and reminds me more of a stippling brush than a shading. And then like I said, I just really like this one for blending out. This one I found it was harder to control. I kept getting product way up here. I think maybe because it's too big for my size of an eye. And that's kind of funny because I actually like the bigger brush for packing on color sometime. But I always usually go back in with this one. I've blended with this one, but only occasionally. And I usually grab a clean one, and I'm very having to be careful. This guy, even with me being careful, I've had some problems where sometimes our hair will flick up here, and I'll one day I actually had a little bit of, almost looks like demarcation on my eye where little lines were like I had a second eyebrow going underneath. I'm like, okay, that's not working. So I ended up pulling this back out. But that was on a more of a moist eyeshadow because I was using that last palette where I was having to use my primer to make the color stick, and that was when that happened. But I'm definitely not liking these. I hate to say this because I was really excited about them. I really was. I've been using them for about a week and a half to really give them a try. Almost 2 weeks actually, to really give them a try. I really wanted to give them a real good try because I was really excited about it. But like I said, just this one is not densely enough packed. I could see, well, the other side you're more likely to hit, but this side you can kind of see where it folds over. Where with my Eco Tools, you do get it, but not as much. And this guy, no, I guess you could. Just because of the longer bristles, I've never hit. Where this, because the bristles are so short, I hit. I think that's probably what happened here. Plus, this is pressed a lot flatter, where this is a little bit more round. And I think the roundness probably would help with some of that. But these are going to be going back. I'm not really that impressed. I was really excited because, like I said, when I seen Nicole, I just said her name, I can't say it again. Anyways, the one I was just talking about a minute, number 93, I was really excited for the idea of another brand that was drugstore, because I got both of these for $6. I could get 2 of the Eco Tools, the same set, but it cost me $8. So it was like $2 cheaper. I'm like, well, she gave such a good review on those Artiste brush. I was like, we're gonna give it a shot. And I'm glad I gave it a shot, but as of tomorrow, these are going back. I'm sorry, not my thing. And maybe some of their other brushes are better. I might try one of their face brushes and give you a review on it. But for now, the smoky eye set, in my mind, is a bust. Just not what I'm used to or really looking for. And I think maybe if I'd never used the Eco Tools, I would appreciate it more. I have a feeling sometimes it's really hard when you use high-end makeup or good, not even high-end, good quality makeup. And that could be cheap as drugstore and non-drugstore. It's so hard to go back to the powdery stuff, and I found that out with some of my old color shadows I have after having used these higher end or better quality ones, even the cheaper, better quality ones. I don't like having to struggle so much with the not high quality. Alrighty, well, that's my opinion. You all can do what you like, buy what you like, but that's my opinion on the Moda. Not too enthused at this point, but we will see what happens. I'm gonna keep trying a couple different brands, see which one works. I've heard a lot of good comments about e.l.f. brushes. I've never used them. I have used the Wet n Wild. I actually had the whole Wet n Wild set before the white ones with a pink and black top. I liked half of them. I liked the blush brushes. I liked the original shader brushes. They had some original ones that were really good. They were fluffy, like this in. The new ones are all flat, and I don't like it. And they have that pinch ferrule where it's pinched so far that you get that corner edge that you could hit yourself. I didn't like that. Now their eyeliner, their Wet n Wild's brush like this, the angle brush, is phenomenal also. Very phenomenal for doing any edging work. And their blending brushes were okay. They're not as good as this, but not as bad as the Moda. So to me, that whole set fell below this, but above the Moda. So if you don't want to get the equal tools, I would get the Wet n Wild over the Moda. Like I said, I've never tried e.l.f. makeup brushes before. I've heard a lot of good things. It's one of those things I've always seen it and thought about grabbing one or two, but I've always held off. And part of it, like I said, is just because I was going the vegan and cruelty-free, and I wasn't 100% sure if they were vegan. So, where the equal tools I do know are. So, something to consider. Again, your choice. You pick and do what you want. You all have a very nice day, and we'll see you around. All right? Bye!